guys, thogden here, and welcome to the big stage, the semi-finals of the Champions League. There's only 2 games left, 4 teams remaining. I'm so excited to speak about these games. How are we doing, Thogden? He's back from Monty. You're an international cricketer, you are.
I know, I've got a bit of a tan. I've been playing my cricket, but you know what, Theo? Can't wait for the Champions League. It's a brilliant tournament, isn't it? And because of that, you know what, Theo?
What?
12,000 likes, I'd like.
I think we should do a cheeky giveaway. I'm going to give away £40 to someone in the comments that predicts these 2 games perfectly. Go down the comments, predict 2 scores for both these first legs. If you get it right, I'm going to message you on Instagram. So leave your Instagram tag as well. Which game are we going to start with, though?
Oh, my goodness, you're a generous lad, Theo. But we got to start with Man City against Real Madrid, don't we? And the lineups are on the screen.
Yeah.
But Man City first, Theo. They've come through against Sporting Club de Portugal and Atletico Madrid. And you were in Madrid for that incredible second leg, Theo.
It was incredible. I'll tell you what, I did not expect Real Madrid to come back against Chelsea after they made the comeback at the Santiago Bernabeu. When Werner scored, I thought, that's it. It's a Chelsea City semi-final, like the final in the previous year, which I was at. But no, Real Madrid knocked again. Luka Modric with an unbelievable pass. Benzema with the winning goal simply because he's one of the best strikers, if not the best in the world. Can they do it again against City?
Well, let's talk first about Manchester City, Theo, because I think that game at Atletico Madrid was very important. That second half, they were battered, but defensively, they showed amazing spirit.
Yeah.
And I thought at that moment, maybe this is the year where they win this tournament.
Yeah, well, after seeing them knock out Iberian opponents twice in the last 2 rounds, what we're talking about, Sporting Lisbon and Atletico de Madrid, they're used to it. They just thrashed Watford 5-1. Did you watch that game? Gabriel Jesus, quadruple number of goals.
I tell you what, he's going to want to play in the team, isn't he, Theo? Now, It's hard to know, Theo, because there's a few injury and other doubts. Now, Cancelo, he is suspended, and there's doubts, aren't there, over Stones and Walker.
You're going to have Zinchenko at left back. And who are you going to have at right back? Nathan Ake? Surely Vinny Jr. and the Real Madrid lads are going to expose that position.
Yeah, well, let's assume that Walker is fit. Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko. It's not bad, Theo.
Yeah.
We know how good this City team is, but have they got the mettle, Theo, to actually go and win against Real Madrid?
Well, that's the thing. It's the 5th European consecutive home game against Spanish opposition without a defeat. It's whether they have the cojones to do it once again to get to a Champions League final, which they've never won. So what's your prediction?
Well, all I can say, Theo, Real Madrid have won it 13 times.
Yeah.
It's in their DNA to win it. And Theo, you've got to look at the last 2 knockout stages. They beat PSG and Chelsea. They're a magnificent team.
They are, and they've won it more than anyone else, 13 times. They've got an incredible midfield, and it's all about that midfield battle. Who's going to win it? Bernardo Silva, Rodri, and De Bruyne? Or will it be Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos? I can't weigh it up. After 2 legs, I've no idea who goes through. I think at the Etihad, it's fair to say City have the advantage, but we thought Chelsea would have the advantage at Stamford Bridge, and look how that turned up. 3-1. Unbelievable. They're confident after their recent trips to England.
Absolutely, Theo. Now, Man City are caught in this amazing Premier League battle, whereas Real Madrid, 15 points ahead. No one's catching them.
Yeah.
So they've won that title, Theo. So maybe they're fresher for this game.
Yeah, Osasuna, 3-1 win.
Yes.
The La Liga is practically in the bag. But the problem is the late fitness tests. Casemiro and David Alaba might be out. And if they're missing, that's the pure core of their defence and midfield. And City will run away with it. So if they're fit to play, I think Ancelotti has a much better chance.
Now, Karim Benzema, Theo, you mentioned Osasuna. He missed 2 penalties in that game, apparently.
But they won anyway, so what's the problem?
Yeah, that's true. Now, Benzema, 12 goals, 1 assist already. He's got 1 goal to catch up to Lewandowski. He has been absolutely incredible. A joy to watch, Theo.
And you have to remember, Vinny Jr. has created 1 goal in the last 3 recent matches, so he's dialed in, and he'll be loving it, knowing he might be facing Nathan Ake at fullback. So, my prediction is going to be simply Manchester City 1. They'll score an early goal. And Real Madrid 0. They're going to run it down, easy win, probably De Bruyne. I'm joking. Real Madrid 2.
No way. You think Real Madrid will beat City?
I do. Look at the fullbacks. If Kyle Walker isn't fit to play, they've got a state. They've got a problem. Real Madrid will use and abuse that. And you've got to remember, over 180 minutes of football against Atletico, they only won 1-0.
Yes.
Okay? United were knocked out by Atletico. Real have won it 13 times. They're better than Atletico, and they will be up for it. Don't underestimate these Spanish teams this year. I think Real Madrid will come in with a shock. And I think the goals will come from Vinicius Jr. and Benzema.
Theo, when you've got those two in your team, you're bound to score. When you've got Luka Modric, I don't care how old he is, that assist in that second leg was astonishing.
Maybe it's because I'm wearing white. I don't know what it is. Real Madrid, Los Blancos, you're going to turn up. I've got a weird feeling.
You know what, Theo? I nearly thought 1-1, but Manchester City, there's so much talent there. We've not talked yet about Bernardo Silva, about KDB, about Phil Foden, and we could go on with those names. So I'm going to get straight to it. Manchester City 2, Real Madrid 1.
So we're both backing one of the teams. Let us know in the comments. Give your prediction for both games and you can win 40 quid. But give us for this one too. Let's move on to the second knockout match.
And the next semi-final is Liverpool against Villarreal. And the expected lineups are on the screen. Liverpool, I'll tell you what, they've won this tournament 6 times. They've been in the semi-finals 11 times, Theo, and got through 9 times. Surely they're the favourites.
Potentially historic year is looking at Liverpool, with Jurgen Klopp bringing success in every competition there is, winning the EFL Cup, FA Cup semi-final, they've got a final against Chelsea coming up, still in the Premier League title race, and one of the favourites for the Champions League. Unbelievable, really.
I tell you what, Theo, in 2022, 21 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. That is incredible. But the quadruple, no one's ever done that. Surely that's impossible.
Well, if we go over to Europe and look at the semi-final history, they've won 9 of the 11 previous semi-final matches. That's an incredible record. There's a reason they won it 6 times.
That is true. Now, Mo Salah's got 8 goals in this tournament this season. And you know what, Theo? He's got 33 goals for English clubs in the Champions League. The record is 36 from Drogba and Aguero.
And Salah will remember the 2018-19 Champions League run, which they ended up winning. And they beat Spanish opposition in the semi-finals. They're looking to do it again.
I tell you what, Firmino loves this tournament, but he is an injury doubt, isn't he? But if you've got Luis Diaz, does it really matter?
Exactly. Firmino's out, but will he even play? Because the 3 up front is a difficult choice. Will you go Salah, Mane, Jota, or Salah, Mane, Diaz?
Theo, I would go Salah, Mane, Diaz. Diaz has really hit the ground running.
I'm not surprised you've gone with that front 3, Dad, because realistically, you were at that City-Liverpool FA Cup semi-final, eh?
That was a great day out, Theo. Liverpool had won it by half-time, but they were up against Zach Stefan, Zinchenko and Ake, really. But they took advantage. Diaz, what a player.
But they don't seem to make mistakes, even against the teams that they are playing better than. Everton, for example, it's a Merseyside derby. It all comes down to derby day. The form really goes out the window, but they still won 2-0. And yes, it did kick off majorly, but they got the 3 points. You can't really stop them. In 2022, they've won 22 games out of 26 matches, which is just an unbelievable record. But with every great run, there's a Watford. Who remembers that 4-0? I was at that game. And let's be honest, they've got a mixed bag of form against Spanish opposition in the Champions League. 7 wins, 8 draws and 6 losses. So it's not certain that we won't see another Atletico story. But what's your thoughts on Villarreal's team, Dad?
Well, all I can say at first, Theo, let's not forget they beat Juventus. They beat Bayern Munich. Nobody expected that. And they've got a manager called Unai Emery. Now, his record in this tournament, Theo, in playoffs is amazing. 37 knockout games, 31 victories. That is ludicrous.
With Villarreal as well. It's just like... the geezer knows how to do it. He loves a European night. Surprisingly, Villarreal have won 4 out of 5 times against English opposition in semi-finals.
They do, Theo. They've got that man, Dan Juma. A lot of clubs are looking at him. But Gerard Moreno is out, Theo, for this game. That's a loss.
It is a miss. But Dan Juma's the one on form. Since their triumph against Bayern Munich, they've won 2 domestic games, and in their most recent one, both goals came from Dan Juma. So Jurgen's real issue is to work out how to defend against Van Dijk's national teammate Arnaut. And can he do it? What's your thoughts? Will he score?
I don't think so. I think Liverpool will win this, Theo. I'm going to go for a 2-0 to Liverpool, but they cannot underestimate Villarreal because Unai Emery will have worked out the weaknesses in that Liverpool squad. Not that there's many.
Yeah, well, the Villarreal nickname is the Yellow Submarine, so Unai really needs to steer them in the right direction against... John Lennon and the Beatles.
Absolutely,
There's a little link between Liverpool and Villarreal.
I see what you did there.
I did. But I'll be honest, my prediction is the exact same as you. Liverpool 2, Villarreal 0. I just find their form is unbelievable, and I have gone for an upset in the first game, so I'm going to agree with you for once.
Yeah, Theo, I just look at the team sheet. I see lots of names who are Premier League rejects. That might be a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Foyth and Capoue and Lo Celso.
They knocked out Bayern Munich.
I know
Never
they
write
did.
them off. That's the thing. They could just turn up, and I think it will be a low-scoring game. 2-0 isn't too outstanding for what Liverpool currently perform at. And let's be honest, Thogdad, the way they're performing at the moment, they could bring it back in the second leg at home.
Yes, they could, Theo. Let's not forget Benfica. We all thought that Liverpool would walk through them. It was 6-4 in aggregate.
Who's getting the goals for you, though? We both said 2-0. I'm going for Diaz and then a late Salah goal. They always like scoring late.
Theo, it's got to be a Canate bullet header.
Oh, yeah, he always does it.
And a long-range shot from Jordan Henderson. If I'm right, oh my goodness.
Thogdad, you're getting clipped if you get that one right.
I
That's
know.
so, in particular, crazy guy. But you're a bit of a mental one. You just came back from Monty. I love you, Tam. That's Thogden's and Thogdad's 2 predictions for the Champions League semi-final first legs. Now get down in the comments, give us your thoughts, and mainly give your predictions. Someone's going to win 40 quid. Leave your Instagram tag down there. Thank you for watching this video. Have you anything else to say apart from hitting 14,000 likes?
I'd like to say, come on City and come on Liverpool. Let's have an all-English final.
Really? You want that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Be a great game. Could go either way. You've already seen Liverpool City this year as well. Even I haven't had the opportunity to do that. Anyway, smash the like button. Please subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.
See ya.
Bye-bye.